From the Central Commons at College of the Canyons, I'm Jazz Piatt with a Cougar Newsbrief. The U.S. Treasury announced historic news today. Abolitionist Harriet Tubman will replace Andrew Jackson on the front of the new $20 bill. Tubman, a former slave who dedicated her life to the pursuit of liberty, is most famous for her role in helping slaves escape through the Underground Railroad. The decision came after a lengthy public campaign asking for a woman to be placed on American paper currency, and months of deliberation by the Treasury to either replace Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill or Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. The new bills are planned to be released by 2020, the 100th anniversary of women winning the right to vote. The daughter of a Fast and Furious star, Meadow Walker, has continued a fight against Porsche, which recently led to a $10.1 million settlement being reached. Kimberly Pressler has the story.
Meadow Walker, the daughter of the Fast and Furious star Paul Walker, reached a $10.1 million settlement in the death of her father from the estate of Roger Rodas, who was driving the car in the 2013 fiery crash that took both their lives. The settlement was reached in 2014, but remained under the radar because it was filed under the name Meadow W. But according to the terms of the settlement, the estate agreed to place $7.2 million in a trust for Walker's 17-year-old daughter, and the remaining amount will go to her lawyers. Meadow Walker's attorney, Jeff Millam, said in a statement, "The amount paid by the estate of Roger Rodas into a trust for Meadow Walker only covers a fraction of what her father would have earned as an international movie star had his life not tragically been cut short." Walker and Rodas were killed when their Porsche Carrera GT spun out of control on this very road. They hit a power pole, several trees, and then finally ending up right here. Paul Walker's death has had a profound impact on his fans, and nearly 2.5 years later, they still come to this very spot to mourn and grieve their fallen idol.
He was an inspiration for a lot of the car scene, and actually any scene. I'm a mini trucker. I build mini trucks, and he just still inspires me to keep going because he was so passionate about his thing, and it makes you want to be passionate about everything that you do.
And just like the never-ending love of his fans, it seems Meadow's fight to hold the parties whom she believes are responsible for her father's death is far from over, as she now focuses on the wrongful death lawsuit she filed against the $13 billion corporation, Porsche AG. For Cougar News, I'm Kimberly Pressler.
Thousands of residents gathered at Central Park for what a local radio station is calling their biggest event in 7 years. Andrew Menjivar has more on the story.
Thousands of Santa Clarita residents and homeowners took part in the 7th annual KHTS Home and Garden Show. Along with the Home and Garden Show, there was an emergency expo which included a demonstration of the Jaws of Life by the Los Angeles Fire Department. The KHTS Home and Garden Show has grown from when it first started by adding over 200 more vendors and moving to Central Park.
We've combined the Emergency Expo, combined Earth Day, Arbor Day now, making it one of the biggest home and garden shows in the country with 400 booths.
This year, KHTS partnered with the city and brought the Earth Day Arbor Day Festival to the Home and Garden Show. There was no shortage of activities for kids to do as they scaled rock climbing walls and explored jumpers.
Rock climbing, and that was really fun. We saw all the food trucks and we walked around all the tents and we saw some very cool booths.
The adults were fascinated by the fact that they didn't have to go all around Santa Clarita to find what they were looking for.
Just to experience everything all in one place instead of having to go to different outlets.
Overall, residents young and old both had a great time at the Home and Garden Show and are looking forward to next year's event. The 7th annual KHTS Home and Garden Show had an amazing turnout, and KHTS is already planning for next year. For Cougar News, I'm Andrew Menjivar.
A friendly competition of who can make the best chili mix took place on Tuesday. Thousands of guests arrived in droves to the 4th annual SCV Chili Cookoff over at Wolf Creek Brewery in Valencia. Chili mixes of all spices were provided by local businesses and organizations, as proceeds went to benefit the SCV Food Pantry and Single Mothers Outreach Program. Aside from the creative chili themes, the cook-off also featured other activities for guests of all ages.
It's just an event where the community comes out. It's not like a typical fundraiser that normally happens here every year where it's just the same kind of business people. We have a mixture of just people, like community families coming in and just learning about the resources that we have in Santa Cruz.
Interested in getting fresher groceries and reducing your impact on the environment? Sammy Giebers has more information on why going to your local farmers market may benefit you and your community.
Most of us get our groceries at supermarkets like Vaughn's, Costco, or Stater Brothers, but others see and reap tremendous benefits from shopping at the local farmers market.
Fresh, healthy, different varieties. You can find things here you're not going to find in the supermarket.
Farmers markets, like this one held at COC every Sunday, provides a fresher and sometimes healthier alternative to supermarket produce.
We take great care and pride into making sure that everything we do is best ingredients, and you don't get that in a supermarket. It's just all mass produced.
Buying local farm fruits and vegetables can also reduce harmful greenhouse gas emissions.
So you're not only supporting your local economy as much as possible, but you're saving fuel, cars driving here, all that impact is minimized.
Some worry about finding higher prices at the farmers market.
They're not any cheaper as a rule.
But others find that you get more bang for your buck.
Quality of what you get is so much better and so much fresher that most people I know that shop here feel like it's more than worth the cost difference.
Come down to Lot 5 on the COC campus Sunday morning from 8:30 to noon, rain or shine. For more information on the Santa Clarita Farmers Market, be sure to check out the Ventura County Certified Farmers Market website. I'm Sammy Giebers, reporting for Cougar News.
The Cougars are currently the second seed in the Western State of California Community College Baseball Association. With Coach Cota at the helm, the team has exceeded all expectations. Ken Berkland has the full story.
With only 6 games left on the season, COC's baseball season is coming to a close. It has been nothing short of spectacular. Coach Chris Cota has led the team to an outstanding 24-6 record. Coach Cota would be nothing without his players. Colton Burns leads the team with an outstanding .436 batting average, while Chad Bible and Anthony Lepre have been hitting home runs like they're going out of style, with 13 and 11 respectively. On the defense, it has been Jacob Musial who has been the Cougars' star pitcher. In 9 starts, he has an 8-1 record, 61 strikeouts, and an incredible 2.76 ERA. The Cougars hope to keep up their stellar play going into playoffs. For Cougar News, I'm Ken Berkland.
A golfer on COC's team has traveled across the world to fulfill his dream of being a golfer on the collegiate level. Ken Berkland has more on the story.
Karan Arjun is a 20-year-old golfer on COC's golf team. However, he is not the only one in his family who has a love for golf.
My grandfather used to play golf, and he taught my dad how to play. My dad taught my sister how to play, and I just kind of jumped in. I think everyone in my family plays right now. My mom, dad, grandma, sister.
Recently, Karan had to make the tough decision to leave his family behind in India and move to America to further his golfing career.
I moved because I wanted to finish high school and go to golf college. I actually lived in South Carolina for 2 years, and I finished high school there. And I actually went to golf academy, and that was a pretty international golf academy. And the transition from Indian life to American life was that much easier because it wasn't so sudden, even though I was in South Carolina. But it was not that hard adjusting.
Karan's dreams go further than just competing on COC's golf team.
I plan to transfer to a 4-year in California, hopefully, and take college golf there. And turn pro, I guess, after that.
For COC Cougar News, I'm Ken Birkland.
Spring fashion is in full effect, giving us a pop to our wardrobe. Hollywood North Entertainment reporter Briseida Holgan gives you a peek on some spring-inspired outfits.
As we jump into spring, we begin to see a change of colors in our flowers and in our wardrobe. Thank you for tuning in to Hollywood North Entertainment News. I'm Briseida Holgan, here to update you on the latest trends for this season in this week's Fashion Minute. This weekend, a few celebrities were spotted dressed in light colors, soft pastels, and flower patterns. Here's Britney Spears posing in a mirror selfie, wearing a warm yellow and orange flowered dress paired with a brown wedge and a tan sun hat. Paris Hilton in a beautiful soft pink chiffon dress with a white cardigan layered over and a closed-toed short silver heel. Tamara Mowry holding her beautiful 8-month-old daughter, Aria, who is dressed in a colorful flowered dress, while Tamara keeps it solid in a fuchsia pink dress. And here's 50 Cent's adorable son, Siri Jackson, wearing a white t-shirt with a yellow button-up layered over. Zach Braff cuddled up next to a bunny to pose for the camera, wearing a striped silver suit with a white button-up and some lace-up sneakers. That's it for this episode of Fashion Minute. Thank you once again for watching this Cougar Newsbrief. I'm Briseida Holgan. See you all next time.
That does it for your Cougar News Brief. My name is Jazz Piatt. For more news in and around Santa Clarita Valley, check us out on cougarnews.com.